I like to do is actually use the slide presentation that we put together to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what we're trying to do. Um, so that you understand how a horizontally and vertically integrated system in a closed circular economy makes a heck of a lot of sense. So just to go into it, I think the first slide that you may see up there, the integrated carbon negative circular economy crop system, what we're trying to show here on the left side is that different levels of waste, different types of waste can be recycled and utilized for different processes. So the first one here, the top one, you've got dairy manure. We'll take dairy manure and essentially process it through the biogas digester, and you essentially get we have various revenue streams from this. We'll be able to get a tipping fee because we're actually handling the waste in the process, and as a result of that waste, we get two greenhouse gases. You're getting methane and you're getting CO2. The methane is processed and we're able to use it to heat homes or power trucks or what have you. The CO2 basically is scrubbed and is fed as a super fertilizer to the plants, thereby generating, higher yields, bigger plants, better growth. But what is the output from the plants? Oxygen. It's photosynthesis on steroids is what you have. So in essence, we're taking CO2 and greenhouse gases and we're making oxygen, which is probably one of the best things that you could do. We're not sticking it in the ground. We're not hiding it. We're not doing the typical sequestration. We're actually converting the CO2 into oxygen. So we're removing it from the atmosphere. Also, we're able to make money off it because we're able to get low carbon credits from the state of California and federal RIN. We're able to make another output, which is called digestate. When you combine it with other organic matter, you're also getting another fertilizer that you can sell. And we're also getting water in the process. So, which is a great, development. The top one that I missed, the solar PV, the input is from the sun. You're using the sun's rays to make electricity. So by the way, you can use the biogas digester to make electricity. It's just that the incentive system in the United States makes more sense for us to actually make methane and to make natural gas, just because the hydroelectric power in upstate New York makes electricity costs very cheap up there. Not other parts, but there it does. So for us, it just makes sense to make methane. You've also got essentially, we've got forestry waste that we can process, for instance, into a fertilizer. We can process that forestry waste into, I'm just trying to make this a little bigger for myself so I can read it. We're able to take forestry waste or other plastics, and we're able to put it into a gasifier. Thanks, Al. We're able to put it into that gasifier, and that gasifier gives us a biogas, which we can use to make electricity. We can also use that same gasifier or plastic waste to essentially combine it with that bacteria that I spoke about earlier, and you get the PHA bioplastics, which we can use ourselves as, for our own packaging, but also sell that. Now, the interesting thing is that all these different waste, a lot of companies don't think that they could use waste to generate some sort of output to their benefit. So we live in a throwaway economy. People throw things away. We're able to process each one of these and get some output that we're able to benefit from. And then at the end, if you look at, for instance, the food output, you get waste from food and you get waste from the PHA bioplastics. We circle back around and we process it again. And so it's a complete closed loop system that we're able to use it for. And then ultimately, the crop factory yields food. We're able to basically, have salad greens, herbs, medicinals, ready-to-eat meals, vegetables, mushrooms, and what have you. And so in the end, it's a completely closed loop system that allows you to make money from something like waste and energy, and where you'd have to pay for electricity. We're not going to be plugged into the grid other than to use as a backup system. We actually could, if we wanted to, sell electricity back to the grid, but we're completely autonomous from and self-reliant.